Hey guys, welcome to today's episode. On today's episode, I'm going to be painting this new set of wheels I got for my BMW 328D. I'm going to be painting them black, and I'm going to be prepping my 328D for a winter road trip. So I'm going on about 3,000 mile road trip through the Rockies. So I just want to get this car ready to go where it's going to be reliable for its winter trial run, I guess. Originally I was just going to do the trip on this set of all-season tires I have, but then I found this set of wheels on Craigslist. A guy that got a job in supposed to get a job in Colorado bought these from Tire Racks. They're a brand new set of wheels and rims that are mounted and balanced that have tire pressure monitoring sensors in them. But anyways, the job fell through and he just put them up on Craigslist, so I got these for $350, which brand new, they were like $1,200, so I think I got a pretty sweet deal on these. But I think because they're so cheap, I just want to go ahead and give them a little better look for my white car with black trim. So I'm going to go ahead and paint these black, and I think it will look pretty good. I kind of feel bad painting wheels that are brand new, but such is life, I guess. So with that, first step, I'm going to go ahead and wash these, and then I have some 400 grit sandpaper, and I'm just going to go ahead and rough these up. If you have a set of used wheels that has some nicks or scuffs in them, you might want to do a lower grit first, like a 200 or even a 100, and then you could even put some body filler. I think they even make like metallic wheel filler that you can use to clean up some of the curb rash if you have any. These are brand new, so I'm just gonna rough them up and give them something for the paint to stick to. All right, let's get into it. All right, so now that I'm done washing and sandpapering the wheels, the next step, I'm gonna move my car out of the garage just so I don't get any overspray on it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wash it with soapy water and then wash it with paint thinner. And then I'll be ready to apply the primer. So I'll do a primer, then I'll probably do 2 or 3 coats of primer, then I'll do 3 coats of the actual black color that I picked, and then 3 coats of clear coat. And with the base solid coat, the black, and then the clear coat, you want to start light and then go to heavy, and then towards the end have like a heavier coat on there so you can get a good gloss on it, or a good shine, good color. But with that, let's get back to it. Alright, so I'm almost ready to paint. One more step I forgot to mention before is actually masking off your tire. So I've seen people use note cards if you're only doing one side at a time. That works pretty well. You don't have to mess with getting the tape on it. But since I wanted to be able to flip mine back and forth while I'm painting, I went and just taped it. And then it's kind of a cool trick to use the finger of a glove to cover up your valve stem. And then make sure on the back side you get your hub, where it mounts up to the hub, so you don't change any of the tolerances. Yeah, so now I'm ready to go ahead and get started painting. So I'm all done with the primer, decided to just do 2 coats. Came out pretty well. There's one spot where I think the blanket hit it, so there's a slight little mark in there. I'm gonna go ahead and try and sand that out before I do the black, and then I think to prevent that from happening in the black, I think I'm just gonna wait for it to dry before I flip the wheels over and paint the other side. It's drying pretty quickly today, so shouldn't make it take too much longer. but that was the only spot I noticed where what didn't look really good or whatever. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sand that out and then start painting the black. So the black isn't covering nearly as well as I would hope it to or want it to, and I'm almost out of that first can, so I'm gonna have to run out to the store and get a second can, get some lunch and wash my car while I'm at it, and then come back and do the third coat on the back side. Then I'll flip them over and do 2 more coats on the front, and hopefully it'll look well. I was hoping to get a little better coverage, but definitely gonna need 2 cans. So I guess if you do this yourself, then make sure you get 2 to start with instead of just 1, because now I have to stop to go get another. Well, as with everything I do, I failed pretty hard. This one came out alright, a few spots, but then as I got impatient and started going faster and faster, I hit this one way too hard, and there's a bunch of runs in it, so now I'm going to go ahead and wet sand it down, and I probably only have enough paint for 1 more coat. So hopefully I can get it to look halfway decent, because right now it looks like crap. So sanding and repainting them overnight took them from being good 15-foot rims to being about good 5-foot rims. You can still see there's the runs in there, a little far less noticeable than it was before. This one by far is the worst. The other ones aren't as bad. I guess the moral of the story is have a lot more patience than I do when painting them, or spend the extra money to have them powder coated. But yeah, I just put way too thick of a coat on this one and mucked it up pretty bad. But for winter tires, they will do. So today I'm going to clean these with the paint thinner 1 more time, wipe them down, and I'm going to apply the clear coat. And I probably have enough paint to do the outside edge of the rim, and then I'll decide at a later point if I want to do the inside or not. But for now, I'm just going to do the outside of the wheels, and then I'll take the mask off and be done. Probably need to do 2 or 3 coats of clear, and I'm going to go very thin this time to learn from my mistakes yesterday. Alright, so I put 4 coats of clear coat on. I think I was only going to do 3, but it looks like the clear was helping cover up some of the runs a little bit, so I ended up doing 4 coats of clear. I'll let them dry a little bit until they get just about dry, and then I'm going to take the mask off, and then when they get really dry after a few hours, I'm going to polish them. So I guess perhaps this wasn't the best DIY video for painting wheels, because I got some pretty bad runs, but now you can learn from my mistakes, I guess. I think if I could do it again, I would get a lot better results. I just don't have the time. I don't have the time right now to sand them down and do it again, because I'm leaving for my trip, but I think for a winter set of wheels, they're going to look okay. I think the biggest takeaway was to hold the can about 1 meter or half a meter away, and then position yourself so you're always like perpendicular to the surface, and then find like a good pattern for your wheels where you can spray consistently and not end up with too much like pooling up in areas that you end up spraying more than once. I think that was my problem. So like I said, I think if I had a second chance, I could do much better results. I'm sorry if you wasted your time watching this DIY. Hope it'll learn from me, because, well, maybe you did learn from me, but I didn't do the best job out there. But I guess for a set of winter wheels will be all right. So like I said, once these get tacky, I'm gonna take the masking off, and then after a few hours, I'm gonna polish them with some polishing compound. But I guess this ends the DIY portion of the video, but if you'd like to stay tuned, I am gonna put these wheels on my car and do some other winter preps for the vehicle. All right, thanks for watching. Hey guys, so that wraps up this project. The car's all ready for my winter road trip. The wheels actually look pretty good on the car. From like 10 feet away, you can't really tell that some asshole painted them in his garage in less than a day. But I don't know, if given a second chance, I think I could do a lot better knowing what I know now and knowing what I learned during this. So maybe before next year's ski road trip, I'll sand them down and do them proper. I actually think the car looks so mean with these wheels on them. It looks sweet. Actually, it makes me want to get my normal set of wheels powder coated for summertime or just all the time. So yeah, I don't know, I didn't really talk a whole lot when I was getting the car ready because I was kind of upset about how the wheels came out, but I just waxed the car, keep the salt spray off of it, and clean the interior. I don't know why it's gonna get trashed, but whatever. Protect it from the winter stuff. Put my roof racks and ski racks on, change the wiper blades, put some Rain-X in it, and then I'll probably just prep my road trip toolkit I'm gonna bring, and other than that, car's ready to go. Bring some fuel additive for the cold weather. I'll probably do a video for the road trip. I don't really know what I want the point of it to be. It might just be a montage of all the pretty sights or whatever I see. Might be a winter fuel economy test. When this car came out, it was advertised as the most fuel efficient all-wheel drive car in America. I'm not sure if it still is, but in 2014, that's what BMW said. So I guess I can test that out. I don't know, on these wheels with the roof racks, the winter fuel and the cold temperature is probably not going to get that great a mileage, but whatever. Do a winter fuel economy torture test. But I hope you guys like this week's video. I hope I didn't waste your time if you're trying to watch a good DIY for painting wheels, but maybe you could at least learn from my mistakes. But thanks for watching, and if you really liked this video or whatever, like and subscribe, and put your comments below for anything you want to see for the road trip or future videos, or tell me I suck, whatever. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a good one. See you later.